Hi and welcome to Live from the Edge. More top-line live music coming at you for the next hour. We are going to be featuring John Bramwell, solo performance, former frontman of I Am Clute. We've got a little stripped-down performance from the Lottery Winners. We have music from Crawlers and Uno Mas. Our first band come from Tameside in the northwest of England, and they are Alfie, Tom, Nathan, Connor and Mackenzie. Their name is a good band name. How it's going to work if they are successful and they're still going when they're as old as people like me, I don't know. But for the time being, it's fine. Callow Youth.
Thank you. The song's called Bootleg. you become unstuck. One last night where you sleep, but not a second stuck. The brass ride does ring open. You're welcomed by the gods. Taught a different language, now you speak like her. It's probably time to work it. Let's do me up the water again. Thank you very much. Let's go straight to the end. So cold, it almost took my breath away. So pour one more record and let the music guide us straight to the end. 'Cause you have no time. You have nothing as against the world, and this one's only imagine. I'd do anything for you, going on and on and on. Well, you still talk about all the boys that used to bring you down. Oh, it's a shame you never got out. So pour one more record out. No You have no time, and you have nothing in this lifetime that you're stuck in. You have no style, you have nothing. Screw the end. You have no style, and you have nothing. Thank you. Good night.
A couple of bands linked together now. We reached out to Warrington Music Magazine and asked them to recommend a couple of bands they were particularly keen on. In a moment, you will see Crawlers, who are from Liverpool, and the unexpected appearance of a trumpet to take in on that set. First, these guys are from Warrington, and they're called Uno Mas. So to say, Warrington Music Magazine recommended both of these, hence the backdrop, WAM, Warrington Music. Okay, here we go, Uno Mas.
Hello. We're Uno Mas. Thank you to Wham for sorting this out for us in Edge Studios. And this first song's called Glass Houses. I've been away, I've been to hell and back, but every time I see it's like my heart's under attack, but I know to let it go. I didn't know it, but I needed you then, and if I have to do it, then I'll say it again, 'cause I want to call it home, and I know to be the one, and that puts another down. Let's go. It sounded like you've never seen me before, so stop taking the mic and look me dead in the eyes so that I might apologize. But I won't if you go, and just know that I want to, yeah. Glass houses, have you heard? Throw stones and get hurt. Thank you very much. Meet me in the police, I'm going out tonight. Write me some words, tell me don't lie. You had me at the first line with a drop of a hat. I'll come running and that is that. Just tell me, baby, I don't know. What's your favorite place to go? Write me something, something home. Make me bleed forever. She's the bird with the sharp tongue. She's on fire. Oh, she probably like a bad song. And if she tried, she's amazing. And I'm crazy. 'Cause she's like Storm J.C. You break me down, you make me laugh, you make me cry, you make me smile. What am I supposed to do when your brain is beautiful and your face is too? Just tell me, baby, I don't know. What's your favorite place to go? Write me something, something home. Make me bleed forever. 'Cause she's a girl with a sharp tongue. She's on fire. Oh, and she probably write a better song than me if she tried. She's amazing. And I'm crazy. 'Cause she's like Storm J.C. She's a girl with a sharp tongue. She's on fire. Oh, and she's probably write a better song than me if she tried. 'Cause she's amazing. And I'm crazy. 'Cause she's like Storm J.C. She's amazing. And I'm crazy. 'Cause she's like Storm J.C. She's a bird with a sharp tongue. She's on
guys watching today. We've enjoyed every second. So nice to be back playing again. We've got one last song we want you guys to jump and jive to, because, you know, at least you can do it in your kitchen. We have been crawlers. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening.
A short performance by the lottery winners now, who have controversially replaced their drummer with a small handheld device. Don't get ideas, guys, permanently, speaking on behalf of the Drummers Union. But it does give you a chance to appreciate what great singers they all are, individually and collectively. They're using an OPZ, a handheld synthesizer, to provide the minimal backing for this. I used to have something similar made by Casio. I think it was called a VL tone. Anyway, utilising the OPZ and the drummer presumably sitting in a beer garden somewhere in a mighty huff, the lottery winners.
When I was a flower, I was living in the grass. I used to wave hello to you each time you passed, and on the path on the way home, there's a love note under each stone.
And when I was a spaceship sitting on the moon, I had to come home because I missed you, believe me. But you never believe me.
When I was a fish just swimming in the sea, life went by so easily. and the Tin Man falls apart. Where the scarecrow weeps and all the bluebirds sing. If I only had a heart. In the pocket of your coat live the scribbles that I wrote on 1,000 pieces of paper. And in that threadbare note, a tangible quote that was never to be found. And it said, come with me into a world that makes no sense. And come with me, please. And come with me into a world that makes no sense. And come with me. Thank you.
So, John, welcome to The Edge.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mike. I've not been here before. It's got a kind of rustic... Well, we're near Capeston Hall. That's where they filmed the X-Men.
I didn't know that.
I only discovered that the other day. And it's got a kind of early 70s, like, rock and roll recording studio vibe to it. And, you know, out in the country, like tonight after the recording session, I'm staying in the Crypt. And,
Right,
you could, you could be in the bell tower.
Right, and then we go ballooning on the day off.
Oof, I've been ballooning. I ballooned in.
Are you balloon? I'll balloon out then. I'll use your balloon rather than me hiring another one. So, of course, normally I'd be asking you how you are, but just as a kind of term of endearment, how are you doing, John?
Yes.
Well, with the way things that are going at the moment, how are you? It's a bit more intense now, because I want to know, obviously, how have you been since the last time I've seen you? It's been a couple of years since I've seen you playing live.
Yeah.
So, how's it been for you, darling?
Well, I've not really been... I mean, I've been badly affected in terms of, like, gigging and stuff, which is... it's the longest time I've not played a gig since I was, like, 13 years old.
Wow.
So, but I managed to get about 35 beer gardens in last year. So I got in touch with everyone who's on my mailing list and asked them to go to their local landlord and if they've got a beer garden and say, do you want a gig on? So I did about 35 of them last year.
Right.
As soon as there was any kind of slight lifting of restriction. So I was straight in. So I really enjoyed that, actually. But, of course, it's a pain in the arse. And we've had a lot of gigs cancelled and stuff.
Obviously, it's affected you live. What about recording? Because it's been about, 3-4 years since Leave Alone the Empty Spaces?
Yeah, well, John Bramwell and the Full Harmonic Convergence, which is what we're playing under, which is me and 4 other musicians, Harriet and Dave Fiddler, Andy Fiddler and Alan Lowles. We just done the Ritz in Manchester. We did Cadogan Hall in London. We'd done Union Chapel, I think, and Royal Northern College as well. So we were just about to play a cave in Castleton. That was going to be the next step. It was going to be a bit of an extravaganza. So that got cancelled. And so, all those gigs are pending, I think. They're still on sale, and they just keep getting moved, and they keep getting moved.
I mean, I don't know how aware of you of... There's always a great feeling of love in the room every time I see you live.
Yeah.
Whether it's on your own with the Full Harmonic Convergence Orchestra.
Well done.
Or with
Clute,
Clute. And it's always that love in the room. And it was a really emotional gig, that gig. For me.
Yeah. I think from the word go, there was...
Do you recognise that?
Absolutely,
do you feel that?
I knew that before the lyric sheets, but doing the lyric sheets has really brought it home as well. Absolutely. I've always said to, like, venue owners and promoters and stuff, like, you just, the audience is going to come tonight. You're just going to think it's the best audience you've ever had in terms of being great people. And they do. Promoters and venue owners say that to me regularly. That's the best crowd we've ever had.
I mean, it's something that you can't legislate. You can't just say, right, I'm just going to write songs for cool people that are lovely. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe I'm telling you how you do it. But it seems to be, it's a very unique thing. I've experienced it a couple of times, but obviously lots of gigs, it's just exciting and people are grooving to it and they're having a great time. But there's always a little bit more at your gigs where there's that intensity. And I mean, it's a big gig, the Royal Northern College of Music, and also the Ritz. I mean, that was another sold-out gig. And those kind of level of venues that you're playing at, I'm always thinking, why isn't John Bramwell a bigger artist in terms of a profile? Because of the kind of venues that they play. When there's bands that I play, probably lesser size venues that maybe have a greater profile. But leading up to the question, are you that bothered about having a bigger profile? Is it something that you kind of want or you're striving for? Is it
even today, you know, I was kind of pretty edgy about even just doing this.
Right.
I wouldn't say nervous, but just edgy and. No.
But you know, kind of playing that game of kind of getting to that next level, then you know you have to pay the piper in terms of the way that you live your life and the way that because the more that you give, then more's going to be taken away from you in terms of how you want to do it, your freedoms, and just in general,
I see what you mean.
Really.
Well, I mean, I'm 56. I'm not very wealthy. I mean, you know, I still live in rented accommodation with my dog, but I've got my camper van.
Right. Okay. So the new album, The Light Fantastic.
Yes.
That's coming out.
Well, this time next year, next spring.
This time next year.
Yeah, spring.
And today you're going to be playing some tracks from it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the song "The Light Fantastic."
Yeah.
And then "A Sky Full of Thunder and Lightning." And another one called "Leave No Spaces."
Right.
There's a country. There's a bit of country coming in.
Right. Cool. So and the lineup's going to be
today. It's me, Harriet, and Dave Fiddler.
Right.
Andy Fiddler, who plays cajon and does great harmonies, he's out to take on a lot more other work because of all this. Right. And Alan, the keyboard player, is in Italy, so he's not.
Is that Alan? Accordion man.
Alan Lowell's on the accordion and the piano. Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Funny looking accordion. You get the idea. I'm glad I said
there was
accordion.
Some kind of novelty record that had a dance like that, wasn't
I'm glad you said accordion whilst doing that rather than...
You know, the accordion.
That does that? Who's that?
The cello.
And the drummer.
Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah. Well, kick drum.
Kick drum.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, that's enough of the jokes.
And so Alan's stuck in Italy, so he's not coming, definitely.
Right,
not coming.
okay.
So, although when I say stuck in Italy, he's decided to stay there and live. So I don't think he's that stuck.
It's not like he's at the airport trying to get back.
Exactly. Right. I was like, oh, God, heck, Alan. He's like, well, actually, I'm living here now. Oh, right. No, he is going to come over for the proper shows. Yeah.
All right, nice one. Well, I heard some of the run-throughs before, and it was sounding superb.
Yeah, well, it's the harmony singing. I'm loving it.
Right. Yeah, it is. It sounds fantastic. So, I suppose we best wrap it up. And
Thanks, Mike.
And then I'll let you guys kind of get the room back, and I'll be in there listening to it. And lovely to speak to you again, John.
Thanks, mate. Great.
Oh, right, nice one. No swearing.
You have to
Good
bleep
lad.
it. You can bleep it. 1, 2. As I skip the light fantastic, and I live my life of ease, I've stuck my heart out on elastic, and my soul upon the breeze. My 1,000 seasick sailors, they arrive bent at the knees. They're putting their best foot forwards whilst keeping hold of their receipts. As I skip the life fantastic, and I live my life of ease, I've stuck my heart out on elastic, and my soul upon the breeze. And my 1,000 seasick sailors, they arrive bent at the knees. They're putting their best foot forwards whilst keeping hold fantastic, and I live my life of ease. I've stuck my heart out on elastic, and my soul upon the breeze. And my 1,000 seasick sailors, they arrive bent at the knees. They're putting their best foot forwards whilst keeping hold of their receipts. Maybe I'll get away from this, drift away on a silent glide, get a slow train to nowhere fast and lose some time. Maybe we'll get away from here, drift away on a silent glide, get a slow train to nowhere fast and lose some time. I'm living on the outside, I love the world so far away. Don't have to care what people say, leave no traces. Maybe we'll get away from this, drift away on a silent glide, get a slow train to nowhere fast, lose some time. I'm living on the outside, I love the world so far away. Don't have to care what people say, leave no traces. I'm living on the outside, I love the world so far away. Don't have to care what people say, leave no traces. Love the world so far away. Don't have to care what people say, leave no traces. This is a song called Sky Full of Thunder and Lightning. This is a 30-second version we're going to do. I'm lying on a bed of roses, living in a world of supposes, where the only thing that anybody knows is who not to be. And I have a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I can write your life, I can read your mind, I can walk ahead, leave them all behind. But I know that I will just be doing time. I have a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I have a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I'm lying on a bed of roses, living in a world of supposes, where the only thing that anybody knows is who not to be. I was thinking things could only get better. Why don't you stick it all down in a letter? Well, if you do, don't talk about the weather, you send it to me. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I can write your life, I can read your mind. I can walk ahead, leave them all behind. But I know that I would just be doing time. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I can write your life, I can read your mind. I can walk ahead, leave them all behind. But I know that I would just be doing time. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me. I've a sky full of thunder and lightning following me.
John Bramwell winding up another live from the Edge, which also featured the lottery winners without the drummer, Crawlers, Uno Mas, and kicking us off was Callow Youth. All right, hope you enjoyed some of it. We'll see you for more of it next time.